Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, and it's been about a month or so since I've casted, but we're back for the grand finals. Well, I guess it's not the grand finals, just the finals of the first season of 2012 Pro League. So this is going to be SKT1, the #1 seed from the regular season, playing against KT Rolster, who has really fought the hard fight to get here. Starting off, they had to play in every series so far in the playoffs, taking down CJ in 2 days, taking down Samsung Khan in 2 days, and really have not struggled very much at all, having not lost any day so far. Each of those matches were best of 3, but they never needed to go to a third day, taking down their opponents one by one. In this game, teeing off for SKT1, we're going to have the great Bisu over here on the right side in orange. This map is Neo Chain Reaction, not to be confused with Chain Reaction, totally different map. And Bisu's opponent, starting off on the left side of the map, teeing off for KT Rolster in teal, is going to be Wookie. Wookie. So last time these two played on Neo Electric Circuit, I know it sounds hard to believe, but Wookie actually took down Bisu. So the last time these two players met, PvP, Wookie beat Bisu. Shocking, I know. But certainly, there's a chance here for Wookie to do it again, and if Wookie can take down Bisu, one of the three-headed monster of SKT1, that'd be a great start, an absolute great start for KT, absolutely. And he's actually putting down his pylon behind his base, maybe afraid of a Bisu cheese, a Bisu proxy. That's pretty funny. Bisu known for some very creative cheeses, and Wookie actually throwing down a pylon behind his base, and that's actually going to serve a couple of purposes, potentially. One, of course, it'll notify him if Bisu tries any sort of super cheese, which he is not, but also, by putting it back there, Bisu's going to come in for the scout. If he doesn't see a probe going back there or see that building, he actually could get kind of confused. You could see Bisu maybe panic a little bit, look around his own base, trying to find out if there's a proxy in his base, because, well, he doesn't know where Wookie's stuff is. But this should be great. Looking at Wookie here, just checking him out right now. He's really he's been a pseudo regular for KT Rolster so far this season. Interestingly enough, though, in this playoffs, now that he's playing at top-notch competition day after day, he's actually struggled mightily. He has lost all 4 games in the playoffs. He's played every single day and lost every single time to some pretty solid competition. I mean, he has lost to Hydra, Sky High, Stork, and Roro. Some pretty solid competition, but he's lost every single game. KT continuing to have faith in him, though, and throwing out Wookie once more to start off the series. I actually half expected to see perhaps Reach maybe get a ceremonial game here. Bisu actually going for a Wookie going for a very quick expansion. And like I said, here's Bisu looking around trying to find a proxy or something, and instead it's actually a quick expansion. Bisu is actually going to figure that out pretty quickly. And I was just saying, you know, this is going to be Reach's last day as a pro gamer, his last potential shot of playing professional StarCraft ever. This is it. He's decided that he's going to retire, going to pursue other activities, and so this would be this is the last chance that we're gonna have to see Reach play a professional StarCraft game. And we are seeing a mana pylon from Bisu catching Wookie. Looks like he's caught 2 or 3 probes behind that pylon. Excellently placed. Yeah, it looks like that's actually 3 probes. Is that 4? That's a lot of wow, yeah, it looks like that was 3 probes, and Wookie actually able to get most of them out, but that pylon, very effective by Bisu, excellently done. You know, I haven't seen a whole lot of mana pylons recently from a lot of players. Protosses and PvP have gotten really good at making sure that their opponents aren't able to land those mana pylons, putting in probes in that gap, just basically anything that you need to do in order to stop that from going on. And Bisu coming in here with a Zealot to join his Bisu scouting probe to see if they can do any more harassment, see if they can take down any more probes, and a second Zealot joining Wookie's other defender, and he's going to continue to try and take care of this out. And another mana pylon coming in from Bisu, not able to catch too much there, and a second Zealot as well. So there are a lot of Zealots in the field in Wookie's base right now, and you can just see that pylon actually, because of the placement of Wookie's pylon, that mana pylon is actually causing a lot of problems for those probes of Wookie. Very interesting how this is playing out. One of the probes, or one of the Zealots for Bisu, has gone down, and Bisu trying to pick off as many probes as he can before he does lose all of his harassment. Looks like he's continuing to stream another Zealot in right now and trying to keep his initial one of his initial Zealots alive and trying to cape up this harassment. Wookie's still desperately trying to stop it and start to get his second base rolling so he could really start powering through with some massive eco. Not able to do so yet. The second Nexus is built, still pumping probes, but he hasn't been able to clear out these zealots, hasn't been able to really secure his bases to take advantage of that, and Bisu is going to counter with some Templar Archives and is going to be going DTs. And does Wookie have the star sense? Does he have the ability to detect what is coming his way and throw down a Robo or throw down a Forge to defend himself right now? Realistically, he could throw down a Forge right now. Certainly, absolutely, he could certainly throw down a Forge right now, knowing that he's going to base and likely has a huge economic lead on Bisu, and thinking that Bisu's probably going to come in with a whole lot of units. He could certainly throw down a Forge and play defensively with that Forge, and that would be an excellent transition for him into the early parts of the mid-game as he tries to build up his tech. He's throwing up a pylon at his front and a Forge and a Citadel of Adun behind as well, so it looks like he's going to be taking up the Templar tech as well. Very likely he'll just be going possibly late DTs, or most likely I think he's going to get some Storms out as fast as possible. Either play defensively for a while, then go to Storms. Bisu throwing out his natural expansion as well. A couple of Dragoons of Bisu catching one of Wookie's out in the open, and that is going to be bad for Wookie. This Dragoon is going to get chased around the map, and does Bisu doesn't look like he has the range upgrade. I think he may have actually skipped the range upgrade in order to make sure that his DTs get out even faster, and it looks like Wookie, is that Wookie's, yeah, a couple, Photon Cannon coming down at the front, 2 Photon Cannon coming down at the front, so great for Wookie. This could be fantastic for him. We could be seeing another Wookie upset here if he's able to, if those cannons come up in time to beat the DTs. DTs are on the way, and are they going to be in time? It's going to be close. I think they're going to be in time, though, and on the other hand, we do have Wookie sneaking in a probe, glitching it through, pylon jumping, mineral jumping that probe through, is going to get a full scout on. Here comes the DT for Bisu, and it is going to be too late. Those cannons are going to be up just in time. Look at that timing. The cannons are up right now. Here comes the DT. Can't do anything. So Bisu is going to have to take the economic back seat in this fight. His to put in perspective, though, I mean his whoa. That might have been a oh wow, that looks like a huge mistake. I think that might have just been a rallied DT. Maybe the second DT was rallied. I would hope that that's what it was, and he didn't try to actually test it. Bisu was able to take down a couple probes here and there, was able to manor pylon and try and keep the economy somewhat level, but certainly you have to look at this game and absolutely give the big advantage right now to Wookie, and Bisu actually throwing up a Robo now as we speak, gonna make sure that he gets observers out to counter any sort of opposing DT tech, and we may also see some Reavers coming out as well. And a DT going to get snuck behind the mineral lines, at the back mineral lines of Wookie by Bisu. Going to try and get his DT in that way, and he does successfully. First shot, gets it through, and Wookie has no idea this is going on. His Robo is just coming up, but there is no observatory. And Bisu's actually attacking the gateway? Not sure about that one. I think Bisu maybe assumes that there's cannons in every single mineral line. There are no DTs or no cannons in the mineral line, so Bisu actually missing a grand opportunity here to go in and really disrupt the mining of Wookie. And a High Templar has been produced. Yes, that is exactly what he was doing. He's going to get that High Templar tech rolling as quickly as possible, and try and even, he's just going to completely skip the Reavers, really. That's exactly what he's doing. He's just completely skipping the Reavers, getting to have Obs out pretty soon as well, and a cannon comes up just in time to stop this DT, and I think Bisu might actually be kicking himself. He wanders down there, sees that Photon Cannon just now come in. He's got to be thinking, he did miss a great opportunity to go ahead and do some great economic harassment. We do have for Bisu, we do have several gateways coming up. Looks like he'll be at about 4 gateways, and on the other hand, it looks like we'll be at 5 for Wookie. Observers will be out very shortly for both players, and they will be able to stop any sort of DTs that are followed up or anything of that sort. And Citadel of Adun actually has to be rebuilt for Wookie, because he does want to get speed lots at some point. We do have Dragoons positioned around his base for Bisu, perhaps thinking that there could be a drop coming in his way. And guess what? He may actually be onto something here. There is a shuttle out. Looks like it's probably for storm drops. Can't imagine there being much of anything else in there. Bisu coming in as well with a shuttle, and it is going to get picked off by these Dragoons. But what is going to be dropped off in that shuttle? It is a High Templar, and there's the storm, and it's going to get a few kills there. How many did it get? It looks like it was maybe 4 kills. Oh wow, a second storm comes in there. 8 kill High Templar, 9 kill High Templar. Fantastic second storm there. That was amazing. And it looks like we have a counter storm from from Wookie, able to catch 3 High Templar, or I'm sorry, 3 probes. So both players going with some DT drops here. Bisu significantly more powerful than Wookie's, and so Bisu gonna get a nice big healthy chunk of probe kills. Very, very well done by Bisu, and Wookie able to do a little bit of counter harassment, not too much, but certainly the ecos look like they may have evened up quite a bit there. The supply count actually favoring Bisu at this point. That was just a fantastic charge in there with the shuttles. I think most players would have just backed off as soon as they saw those 2 Dragoons. Bisu just wanders right in there, eats the poison, and drops those storms off to get to absolute great effect. We have another shuttle out. It doesn't look like Bisu's going to be taking to Reavers at all. Neither player will be doing that. We're going to see one of those rare PvP games where there are no Reavers. Very, very rare to see that. As you see the KT fans in force, I didn't see too many SKT flags. I wonder if they've been sectioned off perhaps a little bit more, and we're just completely only seeing the KT area, but that was a little surprising. SKT has a very loyal and large group of fans. Yeah, I think I would say that they probably have the largest group of fans. I mean, SKT is kind of like the Yankees of StarCraft. They win a lot. They have the most championships. They have yeah, they win a lot. So they have a huge number of fans, and it's kind of surprising to see in that shot that there weren't a whole lot of SKT flags. And Bisu coming back in here with a shuttle, and that random probe that was just scouting around may actually give him a heads up of the storm drop. No, it does not. Bisu catches every single probe. Mining minerals has just fallen for Wookie. That had to be probably 15 probes or so that just went down. Amazing storm drop from Bisu once again. So looks like Wookie maybe is going to counter and just say, F this. I'm gonna freaking counter and see if I can just kill you. It could be a situation actually where Wookie may have a couple storms built up, and at this point Bisu has no storms, and there's a potential there that Wookie may be able to counter with his own storms and actually take out the army of Bisu if he's got some High Templars that have been storing energy. But nope, doesn't look like Wookie's at all interested in doing that. He's just going to continuing macroing up and playing his safe, solid game here, and hope that he can stay in. But I think he's got to be very, very wary here. I don't think he understands that he's actually falling behind now. He's about 15 supply down, and certainly the initiative is lost, and that High Templar is just gathering energy, waiting for another storm to pick off even more probes. So I don't know. I'm not liking Wookie's position anymore, and he is definitely behind now, and the worst part is I think he doesn't know it. I think he has no idea that he's behind, and that's about as bad as it gets. And this shuttle gets picked off, only dropping 1 Zealot off, probably had 2 High Templar in there. So things just going wrong left and right here for Wookie. Things fall apart. That is awful for him, and this High Templar that cast another storm, picking up a couple more probes, finally does go down. But Bisu very much in the driver's seat at this point, absolutely working his way back into this game with superior harassment, just absolutely superior harassment. Coming in here, Bisu coming in here with another storm drop, catches a couple more probes. He does lose the shuttle and whatever else was in there, but he just keeps picking off probes, and there is a Bisu looking character, a brother perhaps, a cousin, brother, cousin, Bruzin, perhaps it might be a Bruzin. I don't know Bisu's family tree. As much as I love following StarCraft, it's really hard to find out about players' families unless, you know, Zelos cries when he talks about his mother, which was so touching, or, you know, Jaedong and Flash, we've seen their parents before, but I can't say that I've ever seen Bisu's brother before. I think this is a first for me, if that is his brother. Very likely is. Just looks so freaking similar. That guy looks so like Bisu. It's gotta be his brother. What else could it be, right? Bisu does have his 3rd base operational, and he's gonna have an observer picked off. But look at it, Bisu's army is just bigger. I mean, he's got 45 more supply. His army is just huge, and I mean, the storms are going off on both players. None of the storms are all that effective here, and but it looks like it's just Dragoons left right now for Wookie, and Speedlots are absolutely going to tear through that. A very nice storm by Wookie, doing a lot of damage to those Zealots, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. A second storm comes in, and he's actually going to clean up a lot of those Zealots, so excellent storms actually from Wookie. Does he have any more storms left? Does not look like he does. Looks like it's just Dragoons now, absolutely just Dragoons, and it looks like Bisu is going to take out this army and is going to take this series, or I'm sorry, not the series, this game, this first game, for SKT1. Very much as expected. I don't think this is going to shock anyone. I don't think this is going to be a big turning point in the tables of this series. I think this was expected. Both teams very likely were expecting Bisu to get a win if he showed up on this map against Wookie. And when when you're a coach and you're designing your game plan for a game and you're trying to figure out where you're going to get your wins, I think this is one of those ones that's just going according to plan, and it's one of those that you just say, all right, let's go on to the next set, see what happens, and see if we can get any more upsets or if there's going to be any more surprises in the series. And yeah, Wookie doesn't want a GG right now, but it is GG. He can hang around for a little bit longer until BC does finally pile through his defenses, but it is going to happen. +2 weapons for BC, +1 only for Wookie. That is certainly making a difference as well. And here comes the final push in. BC just not going to give Wookie any time to collect any energy for Storms, not going to let him do anything to work his way back in this game. And there's GG from Wookie, aka P7 Gab, and that is going to be that. BC takes set 1 for SKT1, and that is going to be a great start for SKT1. We're going to go on to the second set, and we will find out who's going to be playing. This is going to be this is just going to be a fantastic series. This is a great way to start. BC with a nice little comeback victory there in that game, falling behind at the beginning. I feel. In terms of the economics of it all, he fell behind, great harassment, and comes back to win. And gonna go on to the second set. I will see you guys all there.
수동 선수가 완벽한 준비를 통해서 김태훈 선수에 대한 기만 나름 먹혔었는데, 야, 이거 다태현보다 조금 따라가더니 그냥 격차를 56지 카운트 벌려버렸어요.
네, 서로가 같은 걸 노렸습니다. 하이템플러 드랍을 통해서 상대방의 전위를 상실하게 만드는 그런 플레이를 선택했는데 주성욱은 해내지 못했고 김태균 선수는 제대로 성공시키면서 프로를 거의 30분 잡았기 때문에 극복을 할 수가 없었죠.
네.